Why do you think the international community is stopping themselves from actually calling directly for a ceasefire?
Well, some humanitarian help is better than none, but this is a drop in an ocean. 20, 40 trucks, lorries won't make huge difference. You need at least 100 a day. I think it's not only Israel is going through a huge trauma, I think also the West is going through a massive, huge trauma, because of the magnitude of what the brutality of what Hamas did. And it's really it's almost an existential threat, how you deal with this kind of political violence and whether it will spread beyond. We saw it with ISIS, we witnessed it with Al-Qaeda, and I don't think we have a good response to that. And our kind of almost instinctive response is to use a lot of force. And I think we should remember what President Biden said in Israel: don't repeat the same mistake that we in the sense of America did in 9/11. It's not about avenging and revenging and not deluding ourselves that the only way to deal with it is militarily. So part of this kind of silence is to see how much Israel can achieve military, but I think it's a matter of hours, maybe days, until everyone understands that killing thousands and thousands of Palestinians is not the solution, definitely not of innocent people, but has to have a kind of a more sophisticated approach into dealing with Hamas, and Hamas again as an idea, and why these conditions were allowed to fester.
Yossi, let me come back to the point that I think you were making in your first comments there around the duration that this conflict is likely to take. Is there any peaceful and short solution here, or is it guaranteed to be a long-term conflict? And when we talk about long-term, how long are we talking?
There is no magic wand in this kind of conflict. We let this conflict to fester for way too long, not addressing the root causes of it. The fact that there is occupation, there is blockade of Palestinian people, and there is no peace along one way or another two-state solution, and would expect always someone to break it. Obviously, what Hamas did should be condemned outright. No one should commit such terrible atrocities, but also people need to look how we get to this point. So yes, we'll see probably for weeks now some level of military operation and violence from both sides. But most importantly, we need to go look at a political solution for the day after. And for this, you need to go to the root causes of the conflict. And this is going on not even 75 years now. It goes back more than 100 years. And this has to be reconciled. You need new leadership on both in both political entities. You need people that think along peace coexistence, two-state solution in a one-state reality because of the size of the territory. You need innovative and creative ideas, and you need new generation that understands that violence will just breed violence and more bloodshed and won't improve the life of either side one iota.